Hey guys, CUTTERUP Rob here. Imagine you guys already know that if you're watching this video, but, and yes, I'm not always in coveralls. Most of the time I am in coveralls, but anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys. This is a question I had for you guys. I've asked this once before. I think it was a long time ago. A lot less subscribers than we have right now, but now I think we crossed over 44,000. But that really is non-existent, really has nothing to do with it. But I just wanted to retouch base on this subject. So I would like to buy a dyno, and I have been in contact with a couple different companies. I believe that I'm going to be buying either a Dynocom hub dyno or a mainline dyno. And really the only thing, whether or not which one it's going to be, is going to really come down to timeline, which one we can have sooner, because they're basically the same price. Which one we can have sooner. I know that Dynocom has quite a long wait time. There, if I could talk. And I don't know, the problem with it is that I do have to borrow the money to buy it. So when I borrow the money to buy it, I will have to make payments on it before I get it for a considerable length of time. So right now they're like 24 to 29 weeks out. So you're talking like 6 to 7 months of payments before I would get it. With mainline, I don't have to wait near as long. It'd be like 2.5 months before I would get it. So I'm kind of leaning towards mainline for that reason. They're very similar quality-wise. They run the same software. So very close to each other. I know lots of guys that seem to like the mainline units, and I don't know if it's just a little bit of design difference because they're not exactly the same. But anyways, I'm rambling. So the question I have for you guys is, I would like to do dyno series of I bet you 300 videos that I want to do using a dyno. And originally I was going to set up something with one of the companies in town here that has a dyno, but I could not come to a decent agreement with any of them to be able to use their dyno. It was just going to cost too much money. It didn't make sense. So obviously I'm not going to do that because it's going to cost too much money. So, and I understand, I 100% understand where they're coming from. They have the dyno, they invested the money. There's maintenance and all that stuff. So I understand. It's just that it doesn't make sense, the amount of dyno I want to do versus buying a dyno versus using somebody else's dyno. It makes more sense to buy a dyno. So they are not cheap though. So the unit that I want to buy, I'll put a picture up here somewhere, is a 3,000 horsepower unit, hub dyno. And basically it will be running diesel pickup trucks on it. Obviously could be up to 3,000 horsepower. Obviously, probably not putting any 3,000 horsepower ones on it for a little while, but you could put one up. So be able to grow into it, I guess you'd say. So basically what I have for a question for you guys is, I would like to do some giveaways, and I haven't been able to figure out how to do giveaways per se, because it's one of those things, like for all you guys that watch all the different channels, basically, in a short talk about it, basically if you're buying a large amount of merchandise or there's a monthly subscription or something like that, that's how you generate the revenue to be able to give that stuff away. So for any of you business guys, you'll already understand how that works. It's just like, you take Greg A. He sold a lot of merchandise and he's giving away a truck and a trailer. And he's done that a few times. But that's how you sell the merchandise. You take part of the profit from the merchandise to be able to give that truck away. I want to do that type of thing. I don't know if it'd be a truck and trailer off the hop, but I would like to do that type of idea to give back to you guys, as well as you guys helping me, basically. So what I have proposed, or am proposing, I guess, is kind of two ideas. Is to have a monthly subscription, basically kind of like joining my YouTube a YouTube group per se, I guess you would say, or kind of like a Patreon or something like that kind of idea. I don't know if I would use Patreon or if I would use the join. I'm sure you guys have all seen that on YouTube. I'll put a picture here. It's like a little join button or whatever. I don't think I'm going to use something like that, but something like that. And basically what it would be a recurring charge, or you could pay yearly if you wanted, of let's say $29.95, $25.99 a month. And what it would do is it would get you all the content of all the dyno videos and probably some, you know, insider stuff, I guess you would say. And also on top of that, it would also get you entered into a monthly or a bi-weekly, depending on how we set it up, because I want your guys' input on this. You know, like obviously as it kind of comes together, it would be like a conglomeration between, you know, what you guys want and what I want to do kind of idea, so that we can work together, so you guys get to see what you want and get the kind of stuff you want, and I, you know, be able to do that for you. So basically it'd be like $29 a month, or you could you could pay yearly if you wanted to. And you would get to be able to watch all the dyno videos. There'll probably be a discount code, or there will be a discount code for the website when the website is completely up and running. This is not going to happen for the website is completely up and running, because I think that's how the subscription will be paid, will be through the website. Only makes sense to do it that way, to me anyway. I just have to figure out the logistics part of it. And then you'll be entered into that bi-weekly or monthly giveaway. And basically the monthly giveaway, or the giveaways, in how I would like to do it is, so if we were doing dyno videos, let's say on intercoolers, and we use 3 different aftermarket intercoolers, and we do dyno videos on them. This is just for instance. What I would do is at the end of the month, or after we're done doing those dyno videos, I shouldn't say after the end of the month, because it just depends, there might be more than one thing going on. But after that end of that month, I'm gonna give the 3 intercoolers away. And then every month, that's the type of thing we would do. So whatever we're doing dyno videos on, let's say we were doing dyno videos on injectors, I would give 4 or 5 sets of injectors away. We would give some intercoolers away. So basically the products that I was using for testing, we would rebox back up, and then whoever is subscribed to the you know, dyno group, I guess you could call it, would be automatically free enter to win that product. So, and I probably would do some other stuff too, maybe do some, you know, some tool giveaways and that type of stuff in there, because not every month are we going to have you know, a bunch of product to be able to give away. Sometimes some months it would probably be less product than other months, but I want to keep it I want to keep it constantly rolling. And then to give you guys some ideas of, or like a variety of different stuff for you guys that would be interested in it, you know, like some impact, you know, impact guns and I don't know, just different stuff, impact guns, grinders, drills, you know, flaring tools, I don't know, like stuff that maybe you guys don't have that you would love to have, but you don't really want to go out and buy. That's the type of stuff I want to do. Like giving away trucks and trailers is cool. Don't get me wrong. At some point, maybe we'll do that. But I personally think that myself, I would rather be able to give away more smaller stuff than one big thing. Now, if you guys would prefer big things, we could do that too, providing we have the outreach of you guys that allows us to do that, if that makes sense. So at the point where we are right now, for me, I 100% am buying the dyno. It's just whether or not, I need to know how to structure the videos, because for me be able to do the videos, to afford to be able to do the videos the way I want, I need to be able to take days and just do videos. Because, you know, let's say we're doing intercooler videos. To change the intercoolers in and out and do those videos, let the truck cool down, do this, do that, you're talking hours and hours and hours of time on my part to be able to do those videos, not including editing the videos and doing all that. So I have to be able to make sure that everything is covered financially for me so that I can help you guys, kind of idea, right? So not that I'm looking to make boatloads of money off it, I just need to make sure that there's enough of you guys that are interested in something like this for me to be able to do those type of videos, because you're talking a large commitment from myself to be able to do that. Because we're talking like $70,000 to $75,000 US for me to buy the dyno, and then plus all the parts that I'm going to be doing, plus all the time that we're putting into it. So whether I'm doing the work to swap the parts over or somebody else is doing the work, you know, you have to pay for them. You have to pay for the shop for doing them in. You know, you have maintenance and power and all that type of stuff, right? And I want to be upfront with you guys. Like, I know lots of guys don't talk about that type of stuff. It's just that it's not, you know, like nothing's free, right? So nothing's free for me anyway. So basically what I need to know, if you guys can let me know in the comments, and let me know in the comments if you would be interested in being part of that subscription. So I realize not everybody's going to comment and all that type of stuff, but if you guys are interested in that, I basically need a minimum of probably 250 people at $29.95 a month, or whatever that works out to yearly. I honestly don't know what it is yearly, because you could pay yearly. I know a few guys like Jim, he had asked about something like that, but he wanted to be able to just call me or send me, you know, on PayPal or something, just say, hey, here's the monthly. He didn't want to do a recurring thing, I guess. And I realize some people don't want to do that, or even if they just wanted to call and pay or something like that, we can work out something for that, no problem. So it basically, like I said, in the overall thing, it would be, and if there's something that you want me to add into this, let me know. But it would be basically doing, I would say, a minimum of 4 dyno videos a month, minimum. We're going to be doing the giveaways, at least one thing a month. Then there'll be a discount code for the website, so you'll be able to get a discount on merchandise, parts, that type of stuff. And then also maybe I was thinking about having it set up so that I have a Facebook page, maybe, that it would only be the people that are subscribed, would be a private group that you can, you know, ask questions here and there and that type of stuff, and you guys can brainstorm together, and I can ask questions for you to you guys that way as well. I honestly not really on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff really at all anymore. I just got too much stuff going on, and I find that it's a time suck for me. So I don't spend a lot of time, but I would set something like that up and go on there and be able to answer questions and, you know, do a few things like that kind of idea. So if that's something that you guys would be interested in, if you can hit me down in the comments, let me know. Actually, if you could just put in the comments, if you want to put more than that, that's fine. But if you could put in the comments, I would like to join the dyno crew. That would be fantastic. And like I said, I really need to have a minimum of 250 people that would like to do it. Like I said, I am going to buy the dyno, and I will be doing, you know, the odd dyno video and stuff here and there on the dyno. But if I honestly would like to do a lot of things. So the dyno videos are, a lot of the dyno videos I would like to do are in-depth videos. So kind of like, what does a govern spring change? So I would do a video of a stock govern spring and then put, let's say, a 3200 in a VE or a 4000K in a P pump. What does that change? Change nothing else other than that. You know, what does all the different fuel plates, what do they do for change? You know, how does timing affect a stock truck versus a performance truck? At what point is it a diminishing return on changing timing? How much does fuel pressure make a difference? How much more power does an engine make with black diesel versus diesel fuel? Or biodiesel versus diesel fuel? Or if you add gas to your diesel, a little bit of gas to your diesel, does it make more power? Does it make less power? Like that type of stuff. Like, I got hundreds of video ideas of stuff like that. So it would be like, you know, videos like that type of stuff. It's more of an in-depth, because there's lots of stuff that I know what they do, but I don't have a dyno sheet to say, here guys, this is what happens. So I'm basically some schmuck on the internet saying this is what happens, but I have no data to show for it. So that's kind of that thing. But that's what I would really like to, I would really like to do those types of videos. You know, putting valve springs in it, does that change anything horsepower wise? Because that's questions I get all the time, and I know the answer to a lot of it. Some of I don't. That's part of the reason I want the dyno, is to be able to show you guys, you know, when you change this to this, how much power does it make? And then also too, I'll be able to put power packages together. So if you guys are interested in buying, let's say you want your truck to make 350 horsepower at the wheels, I can say this 160 horse P-pump 12 valve with this, and this will make 350 horsepower, and here's the dyno sheet to prove it, right? Set your timing at this, your fuel pressure at this, your boost at this, these are the injectors you need, this is this, and this, and this, and this. Everything's like completely cut and dry. I would like to be able to do that type of stuff, like because that's one of those things that a lot of people don't talk about that. They're like, oh, you're gonna make 500 horsepower, but you know, the 160, the 175 horse, they're basically the same pump. But you take those two pumps, you take a 180 horse pump, you take two 15 horse pump. To make 350 horsepower with those basically three different pumps, because the 170 and 160s are very close to each other. You take those three different pump setups, you do need to modify some stuff. Well, I want to be able to show you this is what you want. Or with a VE, and the same idea. You want to make 300 horsepower? This is what you need. Here's a dyno sheet. And we'll do, you know, other videos and stuff. We'll do some power videos. And also too, another thing with it is I will be able to go very in-depth in tuning with having a hub dyno. So I know lots of you guys want me to do tuning videos, but it's hard for me to do tuning videos. One, you got to be able to go drive the truck around and drive like a bit of an idiot. And that's hard in the city because I live in the city. So I have to drive out of town and then doing changes and this and that. Well, if I have a dyno and the truck's sitting on the dyno, I can physically show you what's the smoke output. You know, like you'll actually be able to see what's the smoke output, you know, what your EGTs, you know, when I change this, what's going to happen, whether I gain power or lose power. I'll actually physically be able to say, here you go. If you make this change, this is what happens. You know, this many turns changes this. Moving this from here to here changes this. So make a big difference in my opinion anyway. It's like, it's a game changer for me to be able to show you how to do what I've done or what you want to do. Or even, like I said, even stuff that I want to learn how to do too. So, and learn more. And then eventually we'll get into doing more engines, like do the 12 valve, VP44, we'll do some common rail stuff, you know, we'll do a bunch of stuff. And then there'll be just, you know, the fun dyno videos as well. You know, guys that want to dyno their trucks and stuff, anything that comes into the shop will video for, you know, you guys to watch. It's just that it will be a subscription base only for the dyno videos, at least to start with, to help the financial burden of doing it. And I realize that a lot of guys don't talk about that, and that's fine. If we're not ready to the point that we can do this, that's fine. I will wait, but I would really I think that we have enough subscribers now. There's enough of you guys that are interested in doing the tuning side of things, knowing how to do stuff and what does what. I think that we really can be able to get on the road to being able to do that, helping you guys out, helping me out, and, you know, making the channel grow to the next level. Because that's kind of where we are now. We kind of need to go from baby stage to the infant stage, or baby stage to teen stage maybe? I don't know, something like that. We need to grow to the next level, and I think the dyno, myself personally, is going to be that's going to be the next level. So let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in something like that. Like I said, there is a benefit for you guys because I will be giving stuff away at least monthly, probably be more than that. Obviously, it depends on how many people are subscribed. The more people that subscribe to it, the more I'll be able to give away. So we'll be able to give more stuff away. And like I said, I'm going to give input. I want your guys' input. You know, like as we get that to that point and be able to do that, we will have it so that, you know, it'll be more than one thing kind of idea. You know, any of the tools, you'll be able to have an option of picking this tool versus this tool and that type of stuff. So, and we'll probably do merchandise giveaways and that type of shit too. So, also something else for you guys, if you're interested, If you go to CutterUpRob.com, link in the description, you will be able to now buy merchandise on there. I know there was a problem with the US shipping, and I didn't realize that. Somebody did mention it, but I got that figured out. So if you want to go there to help the channel out a little bit right now. There's t-shirts, hats, coffee mug I think I have on there, and also a banner or a flag, whatever you want to call it. If you would like to go on there and help the channel out, you can also go down there. And there's the Canadian and US shipping is also set up for anybody that would like to buy. So like I said, if you want to go down there, check that out. I would muchly appreciate it. Everybody that has bought, I muchly appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Remember, it's not rocket science.